More reason to be optimistic for 2024. This past week, we saw some really great news that came out of the Fed. Good news for home buyers and even sellers yet, and even for the market in general. But are we going to see one, two, three, four, five, maybe even six new cuts in 2024? I will let you know as well here in this episode, this weekly report. Also, because of cooling inflation and more wages going into the market and lower cost of things, that's good reason for us to be generally happy for 2024 coming up here. Not only in the housing market, but in general, the economy is looking like it's going to be in a better mood for 2024. And yes, more new listings hit the market over last year. So that's what we're going to cover in this episode of the weekly market report, the weekly market pulse here. How's it going? My name is Luis Torres. I'm a real estate agent here in the Chicagoland area. I'm out there in production. I'm working with buyers and sellers every single day. I am literally feeling the pulse of the real estate market here in the area just for you so that you can have the most relevant information when it comes to real estate. I'm also scouring not only public information but paid firewall type of information so that you can have that type of data going in and better inform your decisions moving forward. Even if you're not in the area here in Chicago, even if you are out in another state, I still provide some information for you that will be, beneficial for you to know moving forward. And if you are thinking about moving into the Chicagoland area, or you're a real estate agent out there that looks to refer somebody into this area, ring me at 630-777-4597, and I would love to help you out with that transaction. Of course, that's what we're all about, making sure that you have a smooth transaction for yourself if you're a client or even as a real estate agent to team up with somebody that can help you with that. So without further ado, I'm just going to bring you a couple of news pieces here that is good for you to know. I mean, look, this past week, we all were celebrating the fact that interest rates improved all year long in 2023. We've seen the memes, we've seen the images of folks looking depressed and sad and just beat up. Even just recently, I saw a meme of a bloodied faced person, and the caption was basically saying, all realtors in 2023. That's not how I was. I was busy knocking on doors, calling people in the neighborhood to see what their plans are for not only this year, but next year and the year after that. Why not? That's what I was doing. I was busy in the market. I didn't feel a slowdown. I was just remaining busy, and so were my colleagues, my other fellow realtors in the area. So hopefully you're surrounding yourself with that kind of group of people that are motivated. If you're a real estate agent here in the Chicagoland area and you are needing that extra push and energy, well, reach out to me as well, and I would love to connect you with a group that can help you feel rejuvenated in your real estate endeavors. Don't let that dream die. Anyway, back to what I was saying here. We're about the real estate news. And so what I have pulled up here is, like I like to do here, I look at my screen, I have multiple windows open, but at the same time I have here on the left bottom of the screen a couple of Redfin articles. Now, I'm not a Redfin agent, but, I like to be honest with the public, and I see that, there's some very good information that I can find here on redfin.com, their housing market report. It comes out weekly and even monthly. So this one here is the most relevant information. This one's written in December the 14th. Today is only December the 18th, and so we have this information, but I want to give it out to you because it's information that you need to act upon. You say, what is it? You need to get out there if you're looking to buy a home and take advantage of the recent drops in mortgage rates. Now, granted, yes, the truth is a year ago today, rates were around the 6% level. But the difference is this, that rates are on their way to improving. We're coming from a dark place into a better place. See, last year in 2022, rates were coming from a nice, bright place, right? And they were on their way down. On the way down in a negative light, but they were going on the way up. See, up in mortgage rates is not good, right? It's down. And going down in mortgage rates is, in a sense, up or positive, right? It's a smile on your face type of movement, okay? But anyway, so last year, the interest rates were obviously more favorable. They came from 2, 3, 4, 5% during the pandemic, and they were on their way up to 6% and even 7%. And I remember even last year, the sentiment in the market was a lot of fear, a lot of just negative views about the interest rates. And then people were saying, I'm going to pause, I'm not going to make a move. And a lot of folks did pause their search, or they came out of the market altogether. I was on the phone with these folks on a regular basis, and they were telling me, we've been searching for homes and we just quit. So now's a good time because we're coming from a dark place in real estate mortgage interest rates, and now we're coming on our way down, which is a smile on our face, right? It's a good reason for us to be optimistic for 2024. So not only that, but this article does say this to give us an update. Mortgage rates and housing payments drop to the lowest level since spring. That's good news. So if there are home buyers right now that are looking to make a move, it's time to get on the phone and start calling folks and letting them know, hey, interest rates have dropped. Even myself, I have a list, a group of people who I have contacted in this past year and said to me, and excuse me because I might, cough here and there. I'm battling through this sickness. I lost my voice last week, so by the fact of me just recording this right now, it's like a miracle in and of itself. But anyway, yeah, now that I mentioned coughing, I want to cough. Excuse me. And I'm not going to edit this because I want it to be raw. I want the public to see how it is here, okay? No editing whatsoever here, okay? So it says here in this article, mortgage rates are dropping. New listings are rising and mortgage purchase applications are up nearly 20%. There have been times even past year where I've seen the mortgage applications go up, 2%, 1%, 4%. And that was like, okay, that's nice. That's a reason to smile, right? More people are getting into the market. 20% going up that much? That's pretty cool compared to last year, November, which was a low point then. That's what it's saying here in this Redfin article. So more folks are getting into the market. Did you guys check the calendar? Did you guys look outside? Did you guys see snowflakes out there? It's December. It's a cold weather month. And historically too, January has been a big real estate month. And going into February, and people are starting to, take action around that time, and we start to see swings, excuse me, in the real estate market come the springtime as well. So where's the slowdown? I don't know. And if the numbers hold true and the predictions hold true, I don't think we're going to see so much of a valley, a low point in the real estate market, a slow. I mean, if we're in it, right? But I don't see a bit of a slowdown, not here in the Chicagoland market. I see ourselves still busy. So if you're a real estate agent and you feel that the winter time is the time where you're supposed to take off, well, go ahead, enjoy your peppermint mocha from Starbucks. Enjoy those nice hot cocoa drinks along a fireplace. You do that. But I will be out there in the market making friends with everybody that I can and seeing if I can help them with their real estate endeavors. And I will put out signs as much as I can and drive the neighborhoods and do what I have to do because that's just the kind of person that I am. Anyway, the real estate market will continue on, and I know that the public out there is looking to make a move here now or maybe later in the future. But I want to meet you, and I want to make sure that your needs in the real estate market are met. All right, so average rates have fallen to 6.82. Now, if you go and cross, not only from this side here, the bottom left, let's go down to the bottom right of your screen. You take a look here. I got Mortgage News Daily open right now. And as you can see here, this is just this year in interest rates. As you've seen, they've continued to go up and up and up. And if I see and show you the 5-year mark, you'll see right around here in late 2021, they started the upward trajectory. See that? It's coming from a negative place, positive place, a great place, right? Oh, interest rates at 3%, 2%, 2.9%, right? And now they started going up, up, up. And even then, 5% in April 18th of 2022. And then they keep going up. So interest rates were around 5%. And already then people were like, all right, let's hurry up. Let's gather up, these showings and let's see if we can, hand out some offers here and there. Okay. And then as you see here, September 5th, 2022, 6.09. And then if we look here in October of 2022, interest rates were at 7.24 already, right? According to Mortgage News Daily here. And so if we go back here, even though interest rates today are at 6.8-ish around this time in December 18th of 2023, in September 26, 2022, they were at 6.83. But again, it's coming from a better environment and they were on their way up, right? They were going towards more of a negative, more expensive territory. And now we're coming from a very expensive portion and now we're going on our way down to a more affordable. That's why there's optimism and that's why you see more people, home buyers, smiling with all their teeth, excited to get into these homes and writing up offers because the interest rate situation has improved. So now let's go way back here to the left bottom side of this portion. This week, the Fed brought good news to home buyers, it says here in Redfin, at its December 13th meeting, indicating that they're on a path toward lowering interest rates more and sooner than expected. That's very good news. That's what we're expecting. A lot of folks are predicting that there's going to be more rate cuts. So let me take you to this article that was written the same date by Chen Zhao here, December 13th, 2023. It's titled, Today's Fed Meeting Brings Good Vibes for Home Buyers, Pushing Mortgage Rates Below 7% for the first time since July. And honestly, guys, I think that's what's going to be happening here in the next, 12 to 18 months, is that interest rates are going to hold steady or even drop a little bit more, and they're going to hover around the 6% for the next year. And now, mind you as well, 2024 is a presidential election year. So you better believe that, politicians and the powers that be would like for the sentiment in general in the whole country to be of a good economic state, right? Because the powers that be want to put out a good face and get the votes, let's say. So I anticipate there's going to be a lot of activity from home buyers. And who knows, maybe that'll encourage more folks to get out to the market. I have a statistic for you here in this video that's going to actually give you an idea whether or not folks are going to want to get themselves out and sell their homes. Really quick, before I even get into this, I believe it was the previous two videos from this point, literally about maybe 4 weeks ago, I put up a video, a prediction here that stated that if next year, the question was, are prices going to go down in homes? Or are prices going to go up? And the whole thing rested upon this, that if home buyers hit the market first in droves with the current level of inventory, if they hit the market first, it would cause prices to go up, right? But if more sellers, if they struck first and increased the inventory before the buyers even begin to flood the market in 2024, then that will cause prices to fall, just like it did here. I don't know if you can see this. I have a little bit of lag here in my video. I do apologize for that. But as you can see, this is the paper that just fell like that. Anyway, so if we see sellers strike first in 2024 and they increase, right? They put more homes to sell. We might see a little bit of a price decrease. And eventually the buyers will pick up and will eventually go. See, you like my props? My hands, they just, show. So that's what I think is going to happen this year. However, because of the frenzy and the excitement that I myself, yes, I'm calling my buyers. I'm calling anyone I can, right? And telling the whole world, right? Shouting from the rooftops the fact that interest rates are on their way down and look to be going on. Look, not everyone is aware that interest rates are dropping. So it's on us, it's on me, this is why I'm making this video, so that you can know the interest rates are on the way down. And that might cause more buyers to get into the market. And like I said, if more buyers start flooding the market first in 2024, which is just little less than 2 weeks away or so, it's going to cause prices to go up. Unfortunately, for those, it's going to make house prices, for home buyers go up. And that's good news for sellers, because their prices of their homes are going to continue to go up and up and up and increase in equity. So anyway, that's what made them happy. I highlighted here. The Fed's forecast that it will cut interest rates 3 times in 2024, and that's the Fed forecasting that. There's other investors that are actually, predicting, like I said in the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6 new cuts. Some investors are predicting, which is, again, they're just excited about 2024 and what's going to happen. Well, the Fed is predicting more cuts. So this whole idea of them raising rates and raising the Fed funds rate is basically off the table now. Yeah, like the rates increasing, bye-bye. Not for now, not now. Maybe later on, maybe in 2025, who knows? But as for now, it looks like the weather report just came up. Hey, what's the weather supposed to be like? I'll tell you what the weather's going to be like. For the next, 12, 24 months, the weather's going to be, can you see it? Nice and sunny. See that? Nice and sunny. That's the forecast, right? That the Fed says. So we're excited. We're happy. We're happy for you, buyer, because you're finally going to be able to now lower your payment. Now, let me really quickly see here. This mortgage calculator. You say, what's the difference between 1%, Well, listen, if you were looking at a home that cost, let's say, I bring out here the Google calculator with the Christmas lights. Christmas is just, 7 days away. I got a birthday coming up in just 3 days and so happy birthday to me. But look, let's say they put down 20% down payment for a $300,000 house. That's $60,000. Well, the monthly payment is roughly around $2,082, right? That's the price. With interest rates at 7.5, right? If you drop it to, let's say, 6.5, boom, $1,918. So that's a difference right there, okay? So again, 7.5 and then 6.5. See that the difference? No, it's not 76, 6.5. You see? So it's still, I mean, depending on every situation is different. That's why you need to speak with a local lender who will help you. A good lender that you know, like, and trust. If you don't know someone, you need a referral from me, go ahead and give me a call, as you see here, because I would love to connect you with a lender that can help you out with that situation. Okay, and so that's what it looks like. So the question was, what's the difference between a 1% rate? It could be in the hundreds of dollars for you every month, and people are well aware of that. Okay. So they met on December the 13th, the Fed did, and now investors here are now predicting 6 rate cuts from the Fed. 6 rate cuts. If you were wondering, where'd you get this 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 rate cuts? Is this clickbait? So right here. I'm citing it right here, right in front of you. A rate hike next year is essentially off the table, is what's reported. Good news for home buyers, as we saw here in the Google mortgage calculator. Now, obviously, use your lender's mortgage calculator. This is just a general one, just to give some basic information to the public. Nothing specific, and not holding myself to that one, but it's public information. Anyone can access that Google calculator. What else could it say? It says lower interest rates could bring more homes to the market as well. Now, that's the fact. I mean, it could inspire folks who have purchased a home in, let's say, an 8% interest rate or 7% or 6.5%. Maybe those folks there who have bought a home in the last year to year and a half, and now they want to move out. Okay, that's what they can do. Now, there's a lot of folks that are tired of this lock-in effect that they have going on. This thing about that they've been locked into an interest rate for some time, and now they want to leave. Okay. Now, the average homeowner, according to statistics, lasts about 11 years in their home until they move out and find another situation. But that's it. Let's see here. But still, there are situations in life that people have that force them to sell, and there are always going to be those. Even this year, there was a lot of transactions that occurred because people needed to make a move, right? And there's always persons that are looking to buy a home. All right, it's a glitch here. Pardon that. All right, let's keep looking here. Today's economic news brings a bit more hope to young Americans who have been priced out of home ownership. Okay? It signals that homes should become more affordable. They should be. If supply increases more than demand, as Redfin expects, they say here, prices also should fall a bit next year. That is if homes exceed buyers. But the way it looks like maybe the buyers will get again and flood the market, and you know what happens when there's a bid war, okay? So that's what we got going on as far as that goes. Now, new listings are up, right? What's up with that? New listings have gone up. Now, let me see if I could get into some more of this information. Let me see if I can cancel that out. Staying busy around here. I'm not going to turn off my phone as a realtor. I want to make sure that I am on top of all the communication that goes on here in my local market. But yeah, let's keep looking here. Mortgage purchase applications are up 19% from the 3-decade low they dropped to the start of November, okay? So that's what they got going on there. Now let's take a look at new listings, at least here and specifically in the Chicagoland area. What's it looking like here? Well, according to, let's see here. According to residential, what is this, MRED? Okay, we have here let me see here if I can get this out of the way. You saw my email address. Make sure to email me if you have any questions. All right, it's gonna refresh on me. Anyway, the point is this, as I just get out of that one altogether. This is what happens when you go live and you don't do any edits, is that things like this are gonna happen, and that's okay, okay? And new listings were slightly higher this past week than last year's around this time. So that's also good news. Yes, new listings are hitting the market, okay? This past week. Excuse me. All right, let me, I'm going to bypass this info sparks here, but I want to show you this. The reason why I bring this up is because, once again, this lockdown effect, right? This was written in summer of this year, okay? Now, it's not likely that these numbers change too much, but you know what? Nearly 92% of all U.S. homeowners now have a mortgage rate below 6%. That's a big number still, right? So if interest rates are at 6% today, you know what? It's not like it's a huge jump, And that's my question is, because that's why I pulled up this article. I was thinking to myself as I was doing my research, I was like, okay, interest rates are dropping. Yeah, that might induce some homeowners to sell. But if the interest rates are still below that, not many people are going to want to give that up. Like I said, unless they have a qualifying life event, such as a divorce, new birth, maybe their family is getting bigger, they need to move out because of a job placement elsewhere, they need to move out. Okay, maybe that's why they sell. But the majority of folks are staying put. This lockdown effect is still, something that is real. It says here, this means approximately 9 out of 10 homeowners with mortgages they currently have mortgages are paying less than the current average rate of 6.71%. Now, 6.71% was the rate back in June, and right now we're not that far off. As we saw from the beginning of this video, what the interest rates were as of today, okay? So still, 9 out of 10 homeowners still have that's a better interest rate than what the interest rates are today. So because of that, not many people are going to be putting their properties up for sale, which means because of the increased enthusiasm from buyers, it's going to cause more folks to hit the market, and thus my prediction is home prices are still going to continue to increase. We're going to see more bid wars, more activity in the market from home buyers, and it's still going to continue to be a strong seller's market even throughout 2024. And even though interest rates are 6%-ish, we're still not going to see that much new inventory hitting the market, okay? That's my prediction here as of December 2023. It says here the highest level in 20 years, leaving most homeowners reluctant to list their current home and re-enter the mortgage market unless they absolutely have to, okay? Now here's a chart. Honestly, I don't know what's going on there, but let me see what else I highlighted here. It says, while 91.8% of homeowners with mortgages have a rate below 6%, check this out. There's another interesting one. 82% have a rate below 5%. 62% of people that have home mortgages, all right, 62% of them have below 4%. And a little bit less than a quarter of all home people have a mortgage in a property have it below 3%. Yours truly is one of them. So that's what is going on there. So do you really think that 6.8 right now, 6.5 next year, 6% is really going to motivate folks to sell their home? Not unless there's a qualifying life event. So we're going to see more activity from buyers. The buyer's side of transactions are going to be more busy, more vibrant, you can say. But when it comes to the selling side, I think it's going to remain still at the same level it was in 2023, okay? All right, maybe a little bit more, right? Some people are going to be tired of being locked in. So that's what's going to happen there, okay? So that's from Inman. And finally, from Rocket Mortgage, a quick little, article that talked about interest rates and how they work. Right, the reason I brought this up is because, people want to know, hey, is 1% interest rate that big of a deal? Well, it could be, right? Now, this talks about how they work and what determines a mortgage rate. You could get into that later on. But, basically, we already looked at the map. So I'm not actually going to read this whole article because I want to let you be aware of this, okay? This is how I'm going to wrap up this video here. And that is, look, 1% mortgage interest rate could be the difference, right? If you were on borderline, barely qualifying, and that rate dropped and continue to drop even more so, hey, then now you're qualified to take a look at this property, right? Or qualify for this mortgage. Then go ahead and do it, right? We just saw on the mortgage calculator, just doing a quick Google search on how to do it. It drops anywhere from $100 to $200 a month. Why not just go for it and see if you can qualify? And then at that point, if you want to make an offer on a house, get yourself a really good real estate agent that is active in the market, full of energy and willing to work with you and actually cares about the transaction and cares about the client, not only in a fiduciary responsibility way that we have, but is actually genuinely concerned and wants to be there for you. If you're looking for such realtor, obviously don't look further than yours truly. I would love to help you out. My phone number is 630-777-4597. And hey, let's have a conversation about your plans. And I can give you some insights as to what to expect here in this future and give you a strategy of how to move forward, of course. So if you are looking for that information, reach out to me. I have not only the graphs and charts that we have here in this video, But there's also, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's much more information. There's much more research that goes on behind the scenes. There's much more notes written behind the scenes that, I would love to, just learn for you and share with you, the public, as a consumer. And if you're a real estate agent who's tired of your brokerage, maybe you want a brokerage that's more active, reach out to me. I would love to have a conversation with you as well. I believe that, iron sharpens iron, flame gets together with more, and we just make a big old flame all together. If you need that boost in your real estate business and make more money in 2024, reach out to me. Let's have a conversation, and we could, see how we can work forward in the future. I love teaching, and I love to see what we can do for you. So with that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Now you are more equipped, more educated as far as what's happening this week in the real estate market. I know it changes all the time. Weeks, even this video next week will probably be relevant forevermore, but still, I'm still doing it for you guys. So with that said, drop a comment below if you like this information. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you want more information. And with that said, let's get going and let's have ourselves a successful week. Let's go.